All right, I'm wondering, my question for Mouthy is, look, when you guys catch rats, how come you never eat the head? You know, I hate it. I hate to walk out on the porch and find a rat's head out there.
Well, I didn't know you did.
Because Mouthy or one of his kind has caught a rat or a mouse or whatever rodent, sometimes it's a rabbit head, and they'll eat everything and then they'll leave the head just lying there.
Okay.
So Mouthy, how come you don't eat the head?
All right, and I have been typing as you've been talking. So here we go, and here's the question. When you guys catch rats, why not eat the head? Correct?
Why don't you ever eat the head?
All right, I'm sending that now to Mouthy the cat. Mouthy the text messaging tabby cat. And let's see.
And I just hope, okay, well, Mouthy evidently has an answer to my question. What does he say?
Some pornographic website. I better not give that out. Mouthy wants us to give the numbers out so everybody can text.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, folks, if you have nothing better to do than send a text message to a cat, and if you did, you wouldn't be watching this show, really, if you did.
That's right.
So here's the number.
It is 41411. Text Mouthy to 41411. Now, why did I...
Oh, you mean the question about when you catch a rat, how come you never eat the head didn't go to Mouthy? I wonder where it went. What if it went to, like, Lady Gaga or somebody?
I don't know. So all right, I'm texting Mouthy now, and let's see what I get. Mouthy to 41411. 41411. And it says it's a free service.
Now we'll get an answer from Mouthy.
You're not the tastiest part. Oh, no, they're not the tastiest part. They're not the tastiest part. The head's not the tastiest part.
So it's a flavor thing then.
I guess it may be. I mean, it could be flavor.
The rat head apparently is not particularly flavorful.
What would you like? I get 1,000 texts a month. So what else should I put on there? What other questions do we have for Tabby? For Mouthy, the text messaging
Well,
Tabby.
Believe it or not, as much as I have thought over the years about what question I would ask a cat if I could text one.
If you could text one.
That really is really the only question that has ever sprung to mind.
Oh, come on. You got to do better than that.
Mouthy, ask him if he ever has trouble. I mean, Mouthy looks like a pretty big cat.
Yeah, Mouthy. Let's take a look at Mouthy.
There's Mouthy. Mouthy's Mouthy's a good-sized cat, don't you think?
I think so.
From what
in that green chair, I mean, he even looks bigger in that big chair.
I'm wondering if that is is that an authentic Mickey Rooney chair from Boscov that Mouthy is in?
Could be. Could be. 41411, everybody. 41411. Text Mouthy to that number and get a response from Mouthy, the text messaging Tabby. What's the question?
Oh, I know. That's something else I'd like to ask Mouthy, because I see he's kind of a long cat. I wonder if Mouthy ever has a problem in the box. Because sometimes I've noticed long cats in particular, sometimes they'll get their feet in the box, but their rearmost part, their hind part, will be hanging over the box, so that they deposit whatever they're depositing will not go in the way, it'll go on the floor. And I'm just wondering, does that ever happen to Mouthy? And what can Mouthy recommend for a cat who has trouble containing his activity to the box?
Have you ever noticed that a cat will find the sandbox? Some kids' sandbox. If they don't find anything else, they'll find a sandbox. Have you noticed that?
It's instinctual with the cat. It's one of their skills.
Let's see.
It's what they do.
All right, I'm sending the message, and here it is. It says, do you have trouble in the sandbox because you're so big?
Yeah,
Is that it?
I think he'll understand what I mean. I mean, a cat would understand.
Well, he's watching the show live. He's already heard the question.
Well, we don't know that he's watching the show, do we?
We pray that he's watching the show.
We don't really know that he's watching the show.
All right, so I sent that one, and let's see if we have a fast response back from Mouthy.
Because I'd really like to have a cat's perspective, on that.
You know, I've noticed that Mouthy is quick.
Mouthy, actually, yes. Mouthy is highly technologically adept.
Here's a question from one of our viewers. Now, if you want to send your own text message to Mouthy, the text messaging Tabby, you can 41411 and text Mouthy. But Sarah wants to know. Well, I better read this first, and then
I would like to have an answer to my question, if possible.
I've learned I've learned to pee in the shower like the guy that feeds me does. Mouthy said that. I swear to you, here's the message that says that. It says, I've learned to pee in the shower like the guy that feeds me does. Now, Sarah, does that answer your question?
Well, it tells me something about the relationship between Mouthy and the guy who feeds him.
Could you ask Mouthy if he likes Rocky Mountain oysters? So I'm going to send that, and then we're going to get into playing Who Is It? So let's see.
I got a feeling Mouthy's going to go for the Rocky Mountain oysters.
You think so?
I think Mouthy would really, really have an affinity for that delicacy.
Yeah.
If he's tried them.
Have you? Never tried them?
No, never have. But I imagine Mouthy, do they come from sheep, goats? Where do they come from?
I don't know exactly where they come from.
Sheep.
Anyway,
I'll bet Mouthy has spent some happy days in the pasture with the sheep nipping at the oysters.
Thinking about it.
Given an opportunity.
41411 if you want to send your own message to Mouthy, the text messaging
Mouthy
tabby.
has
Mouthy's
returned.
quick.
Mouthy has texted back, and what does he say?
Keyword DOE doesn't exist. Oh, it's apparently a spam filter. Spam filter caught my message, and I can't get it. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm not going to be able to get this through.
So, in other words, Mouthy has put us on his spam list after two messages. After two messages, a cat has put us on his spam list.
So we're not able to get through. I don't know. Anyway, 41411. You want to send your own text message
Look at
to
him.
Tabby?
Just look at that smirk on his face.
Tabby.
Yeah, that's what I think of you guys. You're spam to me.
Mouthy, the text messaging tabby. Now, we've got some prizes we're going to give away on the show. Again, 41411, that's to, and put in Mouthy in there, and Mouthy, the text messaging tabby from Danville, Virginia, is going. You know, I wonder if Rod Davis has sent Mouthy a text message now.
You know what? I'll bet he doesn't put Rod Davis on his spam list.
Probably
I'll bet
not.
he gets an incoming from Rod Davis. I'll bet he says, hey, Rod, my man, let's chat. But what does he do to us? Right on the freaking spam list.
Yeah. So apparently we've been put on the spam list. Let's put the number up on the screen. I have to look over here sometime. We got some prizes we're going to give away. Tonight we're going to start out with Cursed, the hilarious game of revenge.
Which you've been driving